You're going to fall off your fitness journey, but that's not the problem. At some point, you're going to miss a workout, you're going to have a bad week, and you're going to lose momentum. It's not a maybe, it's a guarantee. And most people think that's exactly where you fail, but it's not. The real problem is what people do next. And this is where you can get it completely wrong. Missing workouts isn't what's ruining your progress. I know it feels like it is. You miss a few days, you feel off, you feel like you've lost all your progress. Your head goes straight to, I need to restart, or I'll get back to it on Monday. And that's the mental trap. Because now, every time life will get busy, or things don't go exactly as planned, you don't adjust and adapt to what life is throwing at you, you completely reset. This is something that I used to struggle with a lot. There were weeks where my schedule would be very busy, work would be crazy, I'd feel completely drained, and things were just never going exactly as I planned them. And the second I would miss a workout or two, I would always just feel so behind and disappointed in what I was doing. And what would I do? I would just say, I'll restart next week. And that felt like the right thing to do because I wanted a perfect plan in place. But in reality, I just kept starting over again, and I wasn't building any real momentum. I kept treating small setbacks like complete failure. Now, this is where everything started to change for me. I want you to think about what I was just talking about exactly like this. If you're driving somewhere and you miss a turn, your GPS won't restart the entire trip. It just recalculates your route. You don't go all the way back home to where you started. You don't say, all right, I guess I'll just try again next week. You keep going and you adjust. And that's exactly how your fitness should work. If you really have to adjust and skip a workout that was scheduled that night, rather than resetting the whole week, figure out a way to fit it in the next 2 to 3 days. It might be hard and you might have to make some sort of sacrifice, but that's all part of the game. A lot of people will miss one turn, and instead of recalculating, they go all the way back to square one. And the people who actually get long lasting results, they don't do that. But what's important to know is the people who get results aren't perfect. They just don't disappear. They fall off too. They miss workouts. They have bad weeks. They lose motivation. They deal with nagging injuries. But the difference is they don't turn one mistake or one setback into a full reset. They don't spiral. They don't freak out. They adjust their plan and they get back to it. And this is something I really learned the hard way because I had a sequence of setbacks that eventually led to my complete downfall. And I say that not to be dramatic, but basically I could count on my hand the amount of times I actually went to the gym that year. And I had all the excuses you could think of. And after that, I decided I was going to stop restarting completely. And it wasn't because life circumstances got easier. They actually got a lot harder. I was going through a breakup. I was moving. I was really frustrated with my job at the time. But what kept me going and what kept me consistent was hiring accountability. I'm a personal trainer myself. And I went out and hired a personal trainer. One, to learn stuff from them, but most importantly, to hold me accountable. I didn't overthink it. I stopped trying to be perfect. I got someone to help me be accountable, and I would just pick back up where I left off if I had a small setback. And that was it. It wasn't a crazy change by any means. It wasn't a hack like you'll see online all the time. All I did was I stopped treating setbacks like complete failure. And I had someone help me through that process. And this is really the part that most people don't want to hear. It's cliche, but it's not about how many times you fall off. It's really just about how fast you get back on. That's really it. The smaller that gap is from one setback to the other, the faster results you're going to get, and the more consistent you're going to become. One missed workout, not a big deal. One bad week, doesn't really matter. Even a couple weeks off, you can still come back from that. Literally the only thing that matters is if you actually come back or not. Because consistency isn't about being perfect. It's just about not disappearing. The biggest takeaway from this, you're going to fall off, and everyone does. Just don't accept that and keep trying over and over and over again. And eventually, you're going to get the results you want.